In my hands is one of the most talked about ceramic coatings in detailing right now, and it's definitely got people talking. You see, some are excited, some are skeptical, and some think it's been massively overhyped. So today we're going to be putting it to the test with proper prep, proper application, and honest results. Because the big question is simple: is this the future of ceramic coatings, or is it just clever marketing in a fancy box? This is the latest lineup of ceramic coatings to come from Yum Cars. Each one has been built from the ground up, and each one has something for everyone, whether it's a beginner or a professional detailer. Let's quickly go through the 5 different coatings so we know what's what, because there is quite a lot to unpack here, and I do want to talk about the humongous elephant in the room later in the video. So we have 3 ceramic coatings for your paint. We have paint serum 2, 4 and 6. Now each of those numbers represents durability in terms of years. And then we have a trim coating for all your plastic trim. And last but not least, we have a ceramic coating for your PPF. Yes, that really is a thing. It seems like they got something for every scenario, but haven't we seen things like this before? Well, no, not entirely. You see, these have been developed over many years, and I know how much work has gone into them. So it's not just a rebranded white label bottle and they've just said, right, we'll stick it in some fancy packaging and there you go. It actually goes way deeper, even to the point that I don't fully understand. And to prove it, I'm going to read a paragraph off the website. It says, while traditional coatings harden into a brittle layer that can crack or fail under stress, paint serum moves with your paint. It bends, it flexes, and it breathes. So it's a bit like me then. Instead of sitting on top of your paint like every other ceramic coating, it partially absorbs into the clear coat itself. That means the protection isn't just a sacrificial shell, it becomes part of the car. Stronger, deeper, longer lasting, and more natural. Okay, now here's the bit that I do understand. It says they want to engineer a formula so intuitive, so effortless to use, that anybody can achieve professional grade durability with ease. Now that is more like it. So what it tells me is we have a complex coating that's simple to use. And I feel really that's all we would ever want. Nothing but the best, but also the easiest to apply. We then have trim serum, which is a 2-year ceramic coating for your trim. Now, unlike your typical trim dressings that can fade away after a few weeks or even a few washes, this one has been designed more like a ceramic coating for exterior plastics and rubber. Now, apparently it deepens the colour and it leaves behind a satin factory style finish. But it's not just about the looks. Yum say it can protect up to 2 years, helping shield the trim from things like UV fading, oxidation, dirt, water, and weathering. And last but not least, we have PPF serum, which has been specifically designed for paint protection film and vinyl wraps. Now, Yum say that this has been designed to add gloss, slickness, water repellency, whilst helping protect against things like staining, yellowing, bugs, road grime, and environmental fallout. So in simple terms, it's meant to make PPF or vinyl easier to clean, keeping it cleaner for longer and adding a layer of protection without making the film feel hard or brittle. Okay, so you now know what they all do, and look, there is a lot to cover here, so I want to keep it as simple as possible and just focus on one of the coatings today. And the one that I've chosen for this video is Paint Serum 2, which is what I would call the entry level, so it speaks to everybody, especially beginners, into the world of ceramic coatings. So let's get this open and see what's inside these fancy boxes. Inside the box you get a bottle with a pipette, an instruction booklet, and an applicator pad. What we have here is a Fiat 500, and believe it or not, this is actually a scrap car, and I thought it would be good for testing chemicals out on before, you know, the inevitable happens. Now, recently on the channel, I did give it a polish, so we've already done all of the prep. Now, if you were to do it yourself, it would include things like a full decon wash, a clay bar, and a 2-stage polish. But there is one more crucial detail. The next important part you cannot afford to skip is using a panel wipe on the bodywork. Now, just because we've polished a car, it doesn't mean that it's contamination free. It's essential that we use a panel wipe to remove any of the oils which may have come from the compound, and by doing that, it gives us the best possible surface for the ceramic coating. I gave the car a spray and then made sure I had enough towels for the job ahead. To get started, we needed to prime the pad, so make sure you put plenty on there to start with. I used about 3 to 4 lines of product, but make sure you pop the lid back on to reduce the oxygen getting in the bottle. The reason I say that is because exposure to air and moisture can start curing the coating immediately. So basically anything inside the bottle could potentially be ruined. And this doesn't just apply to this coating, it applies to all coatings. Apparently paint serum 2 is one of the most forgiving coatings out there, so what we're going to do is leave it on for about 3 minutes in, let's be honest, sweltering conditions. It's gonna be tough. I'm applying it in a crisscross pattern to get a nice even coverage, and it went on beautifully. So we're just going to work on half the bonnet, and I'll leave it for about 3 minutes. I'm kind of worried, but I'm also excited at the same time because it is starting to dry very quickly. It's one of the hottest days of the year. Actually, it's probably one of the hottest days ever for us people in Britain, but I'm hoping we're not going to have any issues. So there we go. Now, obviously, this bit's been done way beforehand. So let's time it for 3 minutes. So there you go, we've just hit the 3-minute mark and it still feels wet. I will pull the camera in and let you have a close look. You can see, look. And it's very hot in here. Here we go. So that clock's still running, by the way. So we're now at 4 minutes. And basically what I'm doing is I'm using 2 towels. So towel number 1 will remove the majority of the coating. We're not trying to get rid of all of it. We just want to take off most of it. And then we take the second towel. To be fair, that's removed almost all of it anyway, effortlessly. So now we're going to take our second towel and just get any remaining residue. I can't really see much anyway. It's done pretty much everything I needed to with the first towel, but it's always best just to play it safe. That is, oh, it does feel good, you know. I like that. Okay, that was quite easy, wasn't it? I think we need to give ourselves a bit more of a challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time it again, bearing in mind, look, let me do a weather check for you just to prove how crazy hot it is right now. I'm going to go to the weather. It is right now 27. Now, thankfully, we are in the unit, which is giving us some shade from the sun, obviously, but still, it's so mighty warm. I'm going to leave the coating on. I'm going to push it for 6 minutes. Now, normally I would never ever do that with any other coating, but because I'm so confident in this one, that's what we're gonna do. So here we go, we're going to leave it on for about 6 minutes, and to prove it, I've got the Osmo running on a time lapse right now, so there's no way that we can fudge this. We're just gonna put some coating on. I've got to keep remembering to put the lid on. Here we go. It is so warm today. And I think we're still due another heat wave. So here we go. We're just going to put it on a crisscross pattern. And it goes on so well, you know. I think we can put a bit more on. Let's cover a bit extra. Another thing I have noticed is there isn't a horrific strong smell, which is something that you do find with other coatings. So I feel like everything's going to plan so far. Famous last words. There we go. I'm just making sure, triple checking now that we've got everything completely covered evenly. Right, so now I've not even set my timer, but we're going to run it for 6 minutes. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. There we go. Normally I like to edit my videos, but on this occasion, I need to keep everything in so it's as authentic as possible. So yeah, we'll leave that 6 minutes and we're going to skip ahead. Oh, we're 4 minutes in, still going. We've got 2 to go, and it's not bone dry yet. We're hanging in there. We're now in the 5-minute mark. Let me go back to my camera. You can see, oh my word, it still feels really wet. This is unbelievable. Here we go. This is it. I'm going to prove it to you guys. So we are now 6 minutes in, if you can see that, if my camera's even going to go in focus. There we go. I'll put it up on here. We're going over 6 minutes. What the heck? Look at this. Right, so what I'm going to do is, because I want to keep this as genuine as possible, I'm going to pull the camera in. So excuse me being unprofessional with all my fancy pants shots. So you can see now, this will be about 7 minutes. By the time I actually wipe it off, you're going to see, look, it's hanging in there. It really is. Let's have a look. Again, I'm going to run my finger over it. It still feels wet. So let's try and buff it off. I'm only zooming out so I can give you a reaction, you know. Yeah, this is insane. It really is. It's just coming off. What the heck? How have they done this? Wow, okay. Well, the good news is, it looks like I haven't cocked it up. The bad news is that's 6 minutes of my life, 7 minutes I'm never going to get back. They've absolutely smashed that. I kid you not. That is unbelievable. I don't think I probably could have pushed it much more, bearing in mind that it was over 6 minutes. It was about 7 minutes in the end, and it is 27 in here, so it's very hot. I think that's as far as I could possibly go for it, but blimmin' heck, I mean, I don't think I could get away with that with other coatings. I really don't. So from a beginner's perspective, I am incredibly impressed. I decided to leave it overnight so it could work its magic, ready for the water test the following day. Morning, so it is day number 2, and we've got quite a few things to sort out today. I first want to assess the coating, see how well it's performed, see what it feels. Crikey, it does look good already. And I want to carry out the water test. So unlike the England team last night, I want you to see this one out to the very end. What I would like to do now is spray some water onto the bonnet where we coated it yesterday. Thankfully, I've got my 12-pound Temu pressure washer. I know I made fun of this before, but honestly, it's actually pretty good. Here it goes. That's pretty good. Oh, Lord. Oh, my flipping goodness. I'm doing that again. That is so satisfying. I'm going to have a very wet floor after this. What? I'm not going to lie, that is the most satisfying thing. I'll tell you what isn't satisfying, this flipping hose. Ready? Watch this, it's so cool. That is unbelievable. Right, watch this. I want to show you something because We often wonder how long it takes to dry a car and how safe it is to dry a car, because every time you're running a towel over it, there's always going to be that slight risk of you scratching. So I just want to show you how quick a contactless dry is with using a car dryer on a fully protected vehicle. That is phenomenal. Bone dry. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the packaging. Now, here's why I think it divided the opinions of detailers. You see, first impressions are everything, and when this first came to the market, everybody looked at it and all the attention was on the bottle instead of focusing on the contents inside. Now, it does look a bit like a men's fragrance bottle, but I don't think that's a bad thing. It's good to be different. I imagine the reason why people got upset had something to do with the price. Now, let's look at averages for a moment. So the average cost of a 30mm coating is about £50. Yum ceramic coating is starting at £85. But here's the thing, this isn't 30ml in a bottle. You've almost got double that. So if that is the case, I'd love to share some wisdom with you and crunch some numbers. So it works out at £1.70 per mil. So if that was a 30ml bottle, it would cost you around £51, which in reality is the same price as every other coating. So what really is the problem? Are buyers just seeing the price or the packaging and then going, oh, well, this must be a con because it looks too good to be true? I don't know, but that's just my observation anyways. So because we've all become familiar with the 30ml ceramic coating bottles for 50 quid, it now means that anything over that price means that you have to be extra skeptical and you have to go over it with a fine-tooth comb to find out what makes it unique. But do you know what? I think it's awesome. Now, is 2 years enough durability? I would say yes, and it's a very honest claim that they've put out. Now, look at your car. It's going to face many different environments in its lifetime. You've got road salt in the winter, bugs in the summer, and eggs at Halloween. So there's always going to be a reason where you may need to give it a thorough detail. My best advice is don't overthink it. You've got a 2 and a 4 and a 6 year coating. But to be honest, I don't even think that I would go for the 6 year coating. Because for me, I never really keep my cars longer than 3 years anyway. But I am interested to see how the 4 year coating will perform. Actually, and I do want to try the 6 year coating, because if this was remarkable, I can't even begin to imagine what the other two will be like. Anyway, if you're really worried about damaging your paint, or the idea of clay bars and polishes and ceramic coatings just doesn't appeal to you, then perhaps you should come back in a few days' time, because Turtle Wax have just released their new Pure Bead spray. Now apparently this claims to last up to 100 washes, and in fact in a few days' time we're going to test it out and we're going to wash it 100 times. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.